Hi guys, welcome back to another reading vlog. My name is Paige. Welcome if you are new here. I am very excited about the week ahead. I was feeling very slumpy. I didn't read anything for the past 2 days, but it is a lovely Sunday now and I am getting the urge to read, and we love that. We love starting a week on that note. I normally start these vlogs on a Saturday, but I was too busy yesterday and I did not read a thing, as I just said, so we're starting this weekly vlog off on a Sunday. I'm starting it now actually because I'm doing something very fun. I'm going to the driving range with my fiance to go hit some golf balls. He goes to actually play and learn how to play golf. I just go to whack the balls as far as I can and have some fun doing it, but I thought I'd start the vlog before we do that, so I can bring you along with me. It's been a fun little activity that I have taken up, and the book that we are starting this vlog with is Always Only You by Chloe Leese. This is a Bergman Brothers novel, book 2. I haven't read any of the Bergman Brothers novels, so maybe I shouldn't be starting with book 2, but I have been umming and ahhing about whether to purchase the Afterlight special editions of these, and the only way I think I'm going to resolve this is if I try to read one and see if I like it. So this is the only one I have. This is the one that we're reading. This is a hockey romance and I do like a hockey romance, so we'll see how we go with this. It just has really been tempting me today. I really haven't had any books that I've wanted to read. The past 2 days I've wanted to pick up books I've wanted to keep reading, but nothing at all has tempted me, so I just took that as a sign and just didn't read rather than forcing myself. But this book has been what has been tempting me today, so we're just gonna go with the vibe. We don't have long left of February. This is like the last push for February reading, and then I have a TBR for March, so at least there'll be a little bit of there'll be something I can refer to if I get into one of these moods again in March where I don't know what I want to read. So yeah, basically just coming in here to be like, hi, this is me, we're starting another vlog, this is what we're reading, and now I'm gonna go out, go enjoy a lovely Sunday, whacking some golf balls, getting my anger and my negative energy from the past week out. So I got 37 pages into Always Only You yesterday and I kind of just wasn't really feeling it, so I didn't update the vlog and I didn't really read too much after that. I'm gonna try and get some more of this read on my lunch break and after work today, and if I'm still not feeling it, then it could be a DNF. I'm not that committed to this book or this book series. And I purchased some fun books yesterday, so we've got some options to read. Yeah, I mean, the fact that I purchased books could very much be why I'm not feeling this one. Like, maybe my brain has switched gears to like the new books, I don't know. I'm very tired this morning. It is a Monday morning and I have that Monday morning feeling. So yeah, probably gonna be a pretty long day, but it's okay. I actually don't hate Mondays. Mondays in my job go by very quickly, so that's not such a problem. But yeah, I have a little bit of time before I have to start work, and I'm gonna read a little bit more of this book, and that's pretty much all I came in to tell you. That, and I'm tired. As you can see by my face, like, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, wow, I look tired. But yeah, I'll see you on my lunch break. This is chaos already. I'm 250 pages into Always Only You. I am so far in that I have to finish it, but I'm not loving this book. I am floating around 2.5 star for this. I just don't like the setup here. I don't like that he has been pining for her for so long and there is literally like no other option. Like I don't mind pining, but I don't like that our main character has literally like not even looked at another woman or gone on a date or like had a conversation with another woman since he met our main character. I don't find that to be very realistic, and I'm just not loving this. There's something about it that isn't fun or exciting to me. I feel like I'm skim reading a lot of pages just to kind of get through it now. Like as far as like the sports aspects of this go, I also find that kind of boring. Yeah, I can't put into words right now exactly why I'm not vibing with this book, but I'm just not. I don't think this is the most exciting or like sexy or fun sports romance I've ever read. I mean, representation wise, this book slaps. I don't think I have read a sports romance with representation this good, and that definitely needs to be applauded and talked about. I'm just really struggling to enjoy the plot of the book itself, and I just don't really like the vibe of like, I met you once and then swore off all women ever, and I've never been with any other woman because I've been waiting for you. Like, I just don't really vibe with that. But I'm hopefully gonna finish this tonight and then I can start something that I am actually like really excited to read and really in the mood for tomorrow. So that is the plan. I'm bundled up here in so many blankets. It's very, very cozy in here. I'm getting very sleepy. Yeah, this is my night now. I'm waiting for Jack to get home. We're probably gonna have dinner and then continue doing some more of our puzzle, because we've just started a new puzzle, and hopefully I can get this finished before tomorrow. So I finished Always Only You. I am giving this 2 stars. I just didn't vibe with it, and I was thinking about this whilst I was lying in bed last night trying to figure out what exactly I didn't like about this, because it was a struggle to put my finger on why, but I did figure it out. This is a very character driven novel. There's not a lot of plot going on, so I don't mind a character driven novel, but for a romance I do like there to be a little bit of plot. And I think also why this really didn't work as a character driven novel is that our characters are really flat and two-dimensional. I didn't think they were fully fleshed out in the way that they needed to be for this to be a purely character driven novel. There are plenty of romances that are just character driven and are character studies, but they have really complex, like fleshed out characters in order to make that work, and I didn't think this quite did enough. I know a lot of people really love this series, so I'm prepared to say that like this one is just on me. Like, I don't enjoy this one is not for me, these characters were not for me. Like, maybe objectively they are fleshed out, but they to me were not fleshed out enough for me to enjoy this series, and I'm giving it 2 stars, but I'm glad that I read it, and I know that I don't want to spend £120 on the Afterlight ones. You know, that's a positive to come out of this. And yeah, I'm ready to start another book. I've realised that this video is going to be sports romances, but unintentionally, because all of the books that I'm hoping to get to this week are sports romances. So this is a hockey romance. The next book that I want to start is Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey, because I have spent the past 2 weekends going with my fiance to play golf with him, and I'm a little bit, if I say I'm obsessed with the sport, then he's gonna be right, and we cannot let that happen. A man cannot be right in this household. But I have been really enjoying our weekly golf sessions, so I do want to read a golf romance. So I'm gonna start this tonight. I think this one will be really fun. I hope. I've liked Tessa Bailey's recent releases and Tessa Bailey's newer books. It is her backlist that I have had a problem with and have not really enjoyed. I'm really hoping that this will slay. So this follows our main character Wells, and he had a very promising golf career, but he's like kind of squandered it basically, and Josephine was always his biggest fan, but it's reached a point now where even she can't really support him. And then one day he shows up on her doorstep and proposes a plan, and I'm guessing this plan gets him back into golf and forces them to spend a lot more time together. I'm really hoping that this is just light-hearted, easy, fun, with a good connection between the characters, and yeah, I'm just hoping this is exactly like the light book that I read. It doesn't even have to be that strong on like the golf. I'm just hoping that I like it. And then I have the next book after this one picked out, which is gonna be Bloodstream, which is a Formula One romance, which I also want to read this week because the Formula One season is kicking off on Saturday, so I want to read that this week to feel in the Formula One vibes. I unfortunately have to miss the race this Saturday because somebody that I know dared to be born that day and I have to celebrate their birthday, so I cannot watch the race. But I can read the romance, so we're doing golf romance and then Formula One romance. It's going to be a good rest of the week. Hi guys, I am coming to you from the floor because it's been that kind of day. It actually hasn't been that bad of a day. I'm just feeling a little bit overstimulated, I guess. I struggle to switch off from work sometimes, and I don't think this is a work from home thing. I think this is just a me thing. I think this would be exactly the same if I worked in an office, but maybe it's exacerbated by the fact that I work from home. But sometimes, like, just because it hits 5 o'clock doesn't mean I stop worrying about work and things that need to be done. So like, even though technically I'm like, okay, I'm off the clock and there is no issue that comes up that can't be solved tomorrow, but I'm still here. Like, I don't know, sometimes I wish that I could just, like, I don't know, not be like that and like just let it get to outside my work hours and stop thinking about work and stressing about it, but I don't do that. But I'm going to be using Fangirl Down, is that the name of this book? I hope so, I'm not getting up, to help me relieve some of my anxieties, stress, I don't know what you'd call it, because I love this book. This book is so good. It's just so cheesy. I love the grumpy sunshine of it all. He is like perfectly grumpy and she is like sunshine, but she's not naively sunshine or annoyingly sunshine, and the way they banter with each other is really realistic and adorable. And I know that I'm biased because I've developed a little bit of an obsession with golf lately because I've been going with my partner to play it and I've been watching golf documentaries, so like, you know, I'm a little bit biased, but also I just think this is a really good book. It's exactly the fun cheesiness that I want from a romance right now, and it definitely feels like the characters have really good tension, and I'm really excited to see how this plays out. We follow our main character Wells, and he is basically down on his luck as a golfer, and he isn't dealing with his own baggage and trauma very well. His sports psychology is kind of all over the place, so he's very down on his luck and losing constantly, and it just reaches a point where he decides to quit. And because he's so annoyed and frustrated, he takes it out on Josephine, who is his biggest fan, and these two know each other because she has been to so many of his games to support him and cheer him on that he kind of recognizes her, and they've had a chat before, but he's just so grumpy, it's never really gone anywhere. But now basically he wants back onto the tour, and also Josephine's had some like external circumstances happen, and he kind of feels bad for how he's treated her, for the fact that he took his frustrations out on her. And so he basically invites her to be his caddy and like help him get back to a position of potentially winning, because as his caddy she's employed by him and she'll get a cut of his winnings. So they kind of get thrust back into the world of the PGA Tour and interacting with each other and kind of having this grudging respect for each other because they have to work together. And honestly, it's just really fun. Like, it could be argued that maybe his reasoning for why he's invited her to be his caddy is a little weak. Like, I can see that. He's, you know, portrayed as so grumpy and so horrible and so unfeeling, but then he sees her going through a really hard time and suddenly decides, you know, he's gonna try and help her. It's a little bit out of character. But also, you know, he's grumpy and traumatized, but I don't think he's genuinely a bad person. And I do think it's kind of realistic that he's like snapped at her, been horrible to her, and is now a bit like, okay, I feel kind of bad about that because she has done nothing but be my fan. And yeah, I love the fangirl aspect. Like, I am a fangirl and I am really enjoying reading about a character who is also a fangirl, and I just think this is so fun and cheesy, and yeah, I'm gonna go immerse myself in the world of the PGA Tour now. I'm obsessed. I am 326 pages into this book. I'm hoping I can get this finished like on my lunch break now, because I woke up early to read it. It was one of those vibes, guys. I just think they're such a fun couple, and I think the structure of this book is really interesting. Like, the trials that they go through happen at a really interesting point, and a point that really makes sense for them. So I would almost argue that this doesn't have a third act conflict, but like there is still conflict in the book. I really like it. I think our characters are actually really mature. Josephine more than Wells, but I enjoy seeing us have like a sunshine character that is actually quite mature and rational. And I really like the golf element too. I think it's so fun to like see that in a sports romance, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with them. And if anyone has any other, you know, golf romances they could recommend, please send them my way. I did also spend money on getting the, like, purchasing the Afterlight special edition of this book off somebody else, because I really wanted it after reading this and loving it and just being golf obsessed. So yeah, I am now an Afterlight subscriber though, so pray for my special edition shelf. It's about to get busy. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and eat and read some more because I'm obsessed. I don't want it to end, but also I really want to get to the end to see their happily ever after. Like, that's the vibe. I love them so much. very quick little update. I did finish this on my lunch break and I did give it 5 stars. I'll be honest, I don't know if it's not like the easiest 5 stars I've ever given. It's maybe more like a 4.5 star, but it was just kind of cheesy and amazing and just solid, like good sports romance fun. The only thing that made me like a bit iffy is how quickly their relationship progresses. Like the book takes place over the course of like a couple weeks, so you know, the relationship moved quickly, but I didn't like hate that overall. I still had like a insanely good time. And yeah, I feel like Tessa Bailey's books lately have just been slapping. When I read anything pre It Happened One Summer, I don't really like them, but anything post It Happened One Summer has been a slay. And yeah, I'm so happy that we have a golf romance, and also that golf romance is really fun. And I had a little nosy at some of the reviews, and all the reviews seem to be largely positive for this book, and I'm excited that someone's given us a good example of a sports romance for a lesser known sport, and is hopefully gonna raise the profile of the sport as well. There's a lot of like attention being turned towards golf at the moment, and I'm happy that the romance girlies are also gonna be turning their head towards it. So I really enjoyed this. If you want like a fun, grumpy sunshine, slightly cheesy but mostly just well written, great banter between our characters, kind of going from he's just annoyed by her to like grudging acquaintances to being in love, like this is just a really great example of a sports romance. I really recommend this book like so much. And now I will be starting a Formula 1 romance, because as I said, my fiance's golf clubs are just like in the way. He never puts them away, so I have to like wiggle my way past them every time. I'll be starting Bloodstream by Emily Carter. I don't know anything about this other than it's a Formula 1 romance. I don't think anything is gonna beat like my babies of the Dirty Air series, but since Formula 1 is back this weekend, I am gonna be checking it out. I'll let you know how I find it. Guys, I didn't read a single page of this book. I just couldn't do it. It was not taking my fancy. I feel very slumpy, and I think I'm probably gonna go into this weekend feeling kind of slumpy. I might have to go for a reread. Yeah, I'm just really not in the mood for this. Like I do want to read a Formula 1 sports romance. I want some more Formula 1 sports romances. Like, it's a Formula 1 day today. It would be really nice to read this today. But I can't stop thinking about rereading Heartless by Elsie Silver, and that's kind of all I want to do today. But that is besides the point. I'm actually here to wrap up this reading vlog because I just don't really see myself doing any more. It was one of my smaller reading weeks, which is kind of crazy to say that reading 2 books in a week is one of my smaller reading weeks. But typically so far this year I've been reading 3 to 4 books a week. So this is a little bit of a step down for me. I'm okay with it. Like, I took my time, firstly because I wasn't enjoying Always Only You, so that took me slightly longer than I would have liked to get through it. And then Fangirl Down I was loving so much that I'm okay that it took me like a decent amount of time to read it. Like, I feel like I really spent the amount of time with that book that I wanted to. My Afterlight edition of the book did come in, so very happy to have this on my shelves now. I love the alternative dust jacket, obsessed. And so yeah, I'm very happy with kind of how this reading week has gone. 2 stars, 5 stars, you know, like, I really think everybody should go and be reading Fangirl Down, like, especially if you've liked any of Tessa Bailey's books before, then I think Fangirl Down is just definitely a book you should be checking out. I had so much fun with it, and now I'm ready to wrap up this reading vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, enjoyed watching me read these books, got some recommendations. If you did enjoy this video, then please feel free to hit that big red subscribe button down below. Stay tuned for future content. I upload every single Wednesday and every single Sunday, so there's no shortage of bookish content here for you to enjoy. Also, do please feel free to check me out on Bookstagram at Page and Chapter for more bookish content from me, some more romance content. It be what it be. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, you're enjoying everything you are reading, and there are no reading slumps in your future, and I will see you for my next video. Bye guys.